What's happening, everybody? This is your boy, the Network Ninja. Appreciate y'all tapping into my channel. In today's episode, we're going to talk about automation and specifically using Python to automate some network tasks. All right, right now, what I got pulled up here is just some code, and what I'm using is Visual Studio Code. So when I say code, to me, what that means is it's just a set of instructions that you feed a computer for it to perform certain functions. As far as if you're opening up an application, that's a function. If you're closing a file, that's a function. It's just giving the computer a set of instructions on how you want for it to perform each of its functions. So it's giving you power to manipulate the functions of the computer, to me, which is very, very powerful. Again, this is just an interpreter, so there's got to be a way for a human being to interact or interface with the programming of the computer. So that's what Visual Studio Code is. It's an IDE, and there's other ones available. I just started using this one. I was on the Python IDE, whatever, idle or whatever, for the longest, but this one just looked more souped up, you feel me? So I was just trying to, again, develop myself. I don't want to just be boxed into just learning that one IDE. I want to know about all the IDEs. I'm trying to be souped up, you dig? So let me go ahead and clear this down here, and we'll just go over this code real quick. So what I intend to happen with this code, as you can see, I put in pseudocode. For all my people out there that don't know anything about Python or code, and pseudocode is just a code that explains what the actual code is going to do. And you'll see it by these characters in the front, these pound signs. These are the characters that basically is telling the program to ignore this text because it means nothing. This is not the code. This here are keywords. These are keywords that are telling the computer, as you can see, it doesn't have anything. It doesn't have that pound sign in front of it. So now Python knows that, hey, this is a keyword. This is some code that I have to run to perform the function that this user wants me to perform. So this is Netmiko, and right here I'm just importing from Netmiko a function that I wanted to perform called connect handler, which is the function to connect to devices via SSH, to networking devices via SSH. Netmiko is a module, as you can see right here. That's what I like about Visual Studio Code. It's kind of dope. It's got something called IntelliSense, where it just auto fills out everything for you. Right here is just a feature or another module, I guess, that I'm importing. I shouldn't say time. Let me correct that right now. We learning and growing. We want to talk, you dig? I'm glad y'all seen that. So you want to always save. Also check me out. You want to always save. You could also do an auto save, but I ain't that souped up yet. You feel me? But I ain't trying to hold y'all, man. Let's go ahead and get down with the get down. I didn't even try this. I've ran this program before. As you can see, it's my little bot. You could ignore that. That's from my like work stuff. But CPLD is just a iOS platform. So boom, we back right here. This is just creating a variable. Creating a variable called device file. And what I want that variable to do is to open a file here called devices.txt, which I got right here. And devices.txt, this is just a plain text file that has the IP addresses of these routers that I'm currently connected to. Oh, let me log back in that one. Give me 1 second, guys. Whoops. Alright. SSH. What is it? 192.168.1.7. This is just in the home tab that I got a switch. Just a standard little basic switch. You feel me? Oh, I forgot to put the Cisco. -L Cisco. Let me log back into this one and show y'all what's up. Right here, we're going to SSH. Let me open a new window here. So I'm at SSH to that guy. And then I'm at SSH-L. This guy. Alright, so we back. So like I was saying, what we got here is 192.168.1.6 and 1.7 are my routers that I'm going to send this configuration to. And that's where I'm logged into both of these guys right here, router 1 and router 2. As you can see, if I do a show and brief on him, he's .6, and show and brief on this guy, and he's .7. So I'm gonna run it back here, and this will keep going down right here. and then we'll wrap it up here, guys. So this part here, after I create a variable, I put it in a for loop, and basically the for loop is telling it to reach out to the file or the variable, get all that information out of the file, which is these IP addresses, and then after that I wanted to open another file in the loop as well, staying in the loop to open this file so that every device in this file gets hit by these functions, which are telling it to log in. Also in the loop I have to connect to it via SSH code, and then just some code to print out when everything's done and everything like that, disconnect from the devices and everything. So it's pretty clean. It could definitely get better. I'm still trying to get on GitHub and all that kind of stuff, so I could probably post it on GitHub if y'all could help me out and comment how to do that or post me to a link. But let's go ahead and run this boy, and then let's watch the magic, and then we up out of here. So here we go. All you got to do is make sure you save that file that you're going to work in, like I said, and then they just make it real super easy. You just run it right here, and as you can see, it's running down there. And as you see, it took 1 second to configure that little piece of code, loop back config t, and it did it to both 1.6, figured it successfully, calculated the time it took, and I expected it to take the same time. No bugs, no problems or anything. As you can see, just straight code running, which is a good sign. Then I pull up the terminal, run show IP brief on this guy, as you can see, and the loopback is there. So as you can see, it's pretty powerful, because I could have ran that same code with, that was just like 4 lines of code. I have, as everybody knows, these lines of code can come up to over 100 lines of code easily when you start getting access lists and ACLs, all that kind of stuff involved in the configuration. But if you ever needed a way to or had to configure a couple of routers and you don't want to do it manually, I definitely recommend going this route using that Netmiko module. Shout out to the creator of that Netmiko module. I don't know his name, but he is on GitHub. Done a lot of research. He has a lot of code out there, and don't be afraid to code. If you are afraid to code, this stuff is really basic with Python, and you can get into it, man. And definitely anybody could do it if I could do it. So man, holla at your boy. Definitely, and turn me up, y'all. You already know. Please, if you like this video, share all that there. I'm trying to, you feel me? But as I always say, man, I'm just gonna ninja vanish.